really, if I had to blame anyone, I'd blame the eye doctor itself earlier, the first one I had, the optician, because he should have sent me, instead of horsing around, he should have sent me to the specialist, you know what I mean? But he didn't.
What you're saying, he should have sent you earlier to prevent what had happened.
Yeah, okay. Earlier he would have sent me. By the time he really got into it was when I really let him have it. The girls in the office said to me, "Tell him, holler at him. I believe it too." So I did. And then got there, the doctor said, "David," I had picture frame, what we call picture frame vision.
Yep.
At that time. And he said, if he'd only sent you earlier, we wouldn't have the problems we got now. And so what happened, it happened. God's been good to me, so that's the main thing. I'm going to try to keep going as long as I can, and then when I can't, that's why I said to you with a car, I'll drive a car as long as I'm able to. But then, at that point, no need to have a car. Unless I needed to have somebody take me somewhere in my car, I got goats. Sheep.
Yep.
Sheep.
So, David, any words about the scenery on the way to Syracuse? Anything interesting?
Oh yeah, you'll see different things. It's better. I'll tell you, the best ride on here is. I don't mind going to New York City on it. I have done that. Sometimes I've done it when I didn't know I was doing it. And the worst one was the Taconic Parkway. That is hell. Because you could put the pedal right through the metal, and if you have a flat tire or car trouble, God be with you.
Yeah, but it's zigzagging, zigzagging mountains.
As I said it, meaning you can go fast, but by God, if you got to pull off to fix your tire or something, you got problems. Because you got to go up on, like here, you'd have to go up on the grass, try to get up onto there where you're away from the road. I mean, and it brings you in the heart of Manhattan anyway, but it's just, difficult. And I don't mind. I went right on the throughway. In fact, you wouldn't believe it, I even got a ticket on here one time, July 4th. I had somebody with me. We had to get back, and I really put the pedal to the metal, and from the bridge in New York City all the way to Herkimer, I drove in the passing lane. And I was fine. This is good for a laugh. I was good for it until I got up this way, and Trooper Schultz caught me, and he gave me a ticket. So when I went before the judge, he knew me anyways, and he said, "Give me the ticket." And he tore the ticket up, and he said to me, "I'm so goddamn mad at that trooper that I'll do anything I can to make it trouble for him." So that was what happened. But the Jewish people, see, they all go to like Lake George,
Yep.
And of course they were coming out of New York, and I'm not kidding you. Just picture this as I'm driving. It was bumper to bumper, literally bumper to bumper, all the way from New York City to Albany. They were all heading, to go up on to Lake George, the north way.
Well, David, we still haven't made that trip. We've been planning for the past 5 years.
Yeah, we'll see someday, maybe.
What about this upcoming summer? Are you up for that?
I don't really do too much, because I'll tell you what, it's like one of these things like, well, tomorrow, okay, fine, if I think I'm all right. But it's just that I'm very cautious about, even things when I travel alone. Now, right now, I'd be fine at the moment. But about it's anywhere between 4 o'clock and 5. That it depends on the weather and the conditions of the air and the sun and everything. Then I could say, okay, now if I had to come down to Denny's last night after 4, I could do it, but I have to be very cautious. Very, very cautious.
Yeah, but this past summer, I thought you were fine, and we saw each other in August.
No, it's getting a little. It depends on the
Finicky?
eye in itself.
Finicky?
Pardon?
Is it getting a little bit finicky?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like before I didn't have as much trouble. Maybe driving at night, not big distance, but say if I come from Utica down.
Mm-hmm.
But the only reason it comes out good for me now is that, and I mean I still have to be triple cautious, is the weather again. Sometimes, like if it's going to be a black night, that's hard. And then gotta be. And I know the area. If I know the area, I'm fine. Meaning locally. Like I could go get a loaf of bread and food within the village because I know my way around. But I mean, other than that, no. I couldn't. I could probably drive to Little Falls, but it'd be under duress.
I got you, David. Under duress.